Well, good day everyone. It's been a while since we put a video up. It seems to be becoming a habit, this, so with long breaks between them. But life has been rather hectic, and I did hear back from my neurologist, and the consensus of I've heard from them several times now, they do believe that I have PTSD and mental health issues. And that's what's contributing to my cognitive decline. That and the microangiopathy as well. So the two combined is what's causing the issue. How advanced the microangiopathy is, we know it's at stage 2. Where it progresses from there, I don't know. Whether it's progressing, regressing, we've got no idea at this stage. And so what we're doing is we're developing a health plan for myself to see psychiatrists and psychologists and that sort of thing to overcome the PTSD issues. And now that we've caught up on that, and the whole food plant-based diet is still working on the microangiopathy as it is on the cardiovascular system. So that's all under control, and we are progressing quite nicely with that. If we get the mental side under control, the PTSD, then I believe that we will start to make some serious progress. So this week coming, I'll be making appointments with psychiatrists and psychologists. We'll go from there anyway, and I'll keep you informed as to where we're going. Okay, so now that that's the end of that, I want to talk about what transpired over the last couple of weeks. So one of the things is what I'm going to be dealing with right here and right now, because this is bringing me a great deal of pleasure, and that is a recumbent. Now, we purchased the recumbent because I'd love to ride a recumbent too. So I purchased the recumbent for myself. We are still trying to get NDIS funds allocated. We already have funds. We just want them reallocated to purchase a recumbent for Veronica. It will be a recumbent that we can take onto more difficult terrain. It's not going to be one that we can go over huge rocks and things like that. You know, it's not for mountain biking. It's for doing trails, rail trails and the like, where there is some gravel roads and things like that that we will need to traverse. And I will use my normal bicycle for that, and so that when we're out together doing that. But where we're going to ride around the city, we will use both recumbents. I'll be able to ride with her riding the recumbent that I have just purchased. The idea is that if we can't get the one that we would like for Veronica through NDIS, we will modify this one. We'll put a chain gobbler on it, which I'll speak about a little bit in the videos, and I explain how that works, which I'm going to show you now. I purchased it from a fellow by the name of Kim. I won't give his surname here. I did speak to him, and he knows that this is going on air. There was very little light because we got there very late in the day.
So, see, I have my GT5 there.
Yeah.
I normally have that hanging up there. This is a lovely machine.
Yeah.
And it took an effort to decide, look, I can't have two. I decided on that one because I feel like I could be a little more rougher with that. I like going off trails a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And that one's too nice for that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, now you can see.
Yeah, now look at that. There we go.
Like that.
Yeah, it can take your life
Like
back.
it's in a museum.
Yes.
On display.
On display. That's it.
That was all too.
Yeah.
She's really nice. She's built for speed too, not that I expect you to go racing with it. The wheels are cambered, so they're slightly out a little bit.
Yep. No. Like that. And there's that's where you fold it. I'm going to see if I can get it into there because it's not that long. How long is it, meter-wise?
Oh, meter-wise,
less than 2 meters, or about
just
2 meters?
Two? See, I sit it in my little Golf that's out there.
Yeah.
I don't take it apart. I wheel it in backwards, and that sort of sits just on the console.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and it's just between us. And
Yeah, that'll work out for us as well. I'm going to do that. This is the X5 GreenSpeed. So I'll just do a little bit of footage of that with a little orange flag on top. As you can see from the brakes, it's a hydraulic. It's a hydraulic braking system. Shimano gears. I've moved the mirrors around so that I've got supports. This is where you would put your weight when sitting in the recumbent. As you can see, there's very, very little clearance there from the ground, so I have to be very careful what I ride over. So this is not for off-road. So the horn. The brake is not locked on at the moment. And in this looks like a water holder, but it's actually not. It holds the spare tube. And this is the dynamo. Now I've kept the dynamo on so that I'm more visible during the day as well, because this recumbent has only got 16-inch wheels, so it's very, very low. And so the headlight comes on, and so does the tail light. I do have this tail light down here, and that holds its charge. So even when the trike is stopped, it still has a red light showing. So that's really handy to have. Tail light that'll stay on even after I've stopped actually, and the longer you ride, the longer it stays on. Odometer that came with it, a little computer, onboard computer. Now I will be changing these pedals over to a lock-in pedal, because even though this does tighten on your foot quite tight, you want to be able to take your foot out and in quite easily, and leaning forward and reaching this strap is not so easy for me. I just don't have the flexibility that I used to have when I was younger, although I'm working on that. And panniers. These pannier bags come off. I won't take them off just now, but they do come off. We want to put a chain gobbler, they call it, because over here at the front, let's just change this over. At the front, over here, there's two locking screws to adjust this boom. So this boom can extend and it can be retracted, but you need to be able to do something with the chain. So what we would have to do is put a chain gobbler on here, extend this chain by about a foot, and that will allow us to shorten the boom or lengthen the boom for myself, shorten it for Veronica. That's if we're unable to secure the recumbent that we're looking for Veronica. But it'd be really nice, you know, to be able to ride together in most places, but wherever we were going to go off-road, this is what I'd be using. It's my normal bike, you know, so it's a hybrid, and yeah, I really do love this bike. It's been very good to me, and it's quite old now. I've had this about 12, 13 years, something like that, and it's had one major service in all its time. It's had one puncture in all its time, and it's done very, very well. So this one has slicks on the slicks for tires, and it is very, very fast. I've got to tell you, it is very fast, and it feels faster than what it probably is because you're so low to the ground. But it's a fantastic little machine. I really, really enjoy it. See how we go with this. Make sure there's nothing behind me. So on the recumbent, sitting back, relaxing and enjoying the ride. This is downhill, so downhill for me. We'll see how all this goes. Okay, this is enjoying the GreenSpeed Recumbent, the X5. There's not a lot of information online about the X5. I haven't been able to find a manual on it. The new one seems to be the X7. That seems to be the go. So yeah, we'll keep on searching. But I do have a few things that I've done. I went and got myself a pair of, I think they call it no cleats, something like that. So actually cleats that are recessed into the shoe. Not really recessed into the sole of the shoe, but between the tread of the sole of the shoe. So it makes it quite handy. My camera's wanting to wander off on me. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, that's a bit better. So I just changed the rear view mirror configuration and the supports for when you're getting into the bike, into the trike, to take the weight, to take a person's weight. So it's quite enjoyable. But I wanted to do a bit of a ride around the neighbourhood and yeah, just enjoy it a little bit, you know. So we'll see how we go. When you look down there, that's my rear view mirror. Nice little neighbourhood this, and cycling at 9 kilometres an hour. So I could probably go a little bit harder than this, but this will do. Down to 8, but it's quite a steep hill this. So the house for sale there. All the names of the streets, all the streets are named after birds. This is Kestrel Street that we're just passing. So, it's a lovely little neighbourhood this. I've walked these streets and ridden these streets quite a lot. So, do I know all the neighbours? No, I don't. No, I don't. They're all pretty private people, I guess. Hello. really getting used to this now. I'm really getting to enjoy it quite a lot, actually. This is really quite nice. Close to the center of the road now. Maybe this is a long downhill here. Everybody's parking on the road. Well, there we go. So we've just been for a little bit of a ride up and down the block. So I'm very pleased with this. It is really, really comfortable to ride. My right foot's giving me a little bit of trouble, but that's because it's in the strap and I'm just finding that a little bit awkward. I'm going to get some spacers. I'm waiting for them to arrive. I've ordered them, and it'll push the pedals a little bit further out, and that should make it a little bit easier to ride. So that's it for today. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, share it amongst all of your friends, and ring the bell. And you'll be notified whenever we do put another video up. Anyway, that's it for this week, and until next time, take care. God bless. Bye.